Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aisha. This is your first time on my channel. You're very much welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always watching my videos. I really appreciate you guys. So a couple of you have asked for this particular video, and I was just like, you know what, let me just make this video, like, finally. And yeah, also people have complained about the audio, like it's not loud. I don't have a microphone, so I think I'll just try as much as possible to shout so that you guys can hear me. So today I'll be telling you guys how I did my application and my visa process, like my application, my admission process, and then my visa application. So I wrote it down. So I'll just be, in case I'm looking down, just know that I'm looking. I don't want to miss anything. So yeah, thank you guys so much for always watching my videos. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I love you guys so much and I really appreciate it. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So as I was saying, November of 2020, I applied for the U1 program into the University of Manitoba. And yes, I used two agents. I used one agent for my admission process, and I used another agent for my visa application. Because I've tried applying to the University of Manitoba in 2019. Yes, 2019. 2019 or 2018, I'm not too sure. But I didn't 2019, because the reason why I stopped or I wasn't too motivated to continue was that I did diploma in the University of Lagos in Nigeria. So I passed and I was offered admission into the Faculty of Environmental Science. I actually got my course, which was architecture. So I was like, let me just stay and do the remaining 3 years and then maybe go for masters in Canada or so. But then after I resumed, Corona happened, strike happened, and we're just at home. So like November of 2020, yeah, last year, I was like, you know what, maybe it's time I reapply and just be serious with this Canada stuff. So the agent I was supposed to use at first was the agent that finally helped me with my visa application, but I couldn't get through to him when I wanted to apply for admission. Yeah, like he was not available. I think he had problem with his phone or something, so I couldn't just get through to him. So I went on Instagram and I saw this agent. I was like, let me just give it a try, because I didn't want to postpone anything. So I reached out to this agent, and then he stayed like a normal person, and yeah, he told me to he told me to give him some information like my name, my date of birth, my work results, and yeah, he also submitted a scratch card that had like exam number, date, serial number, PIN number, just for them to check my work result by themselves to know if it's actually accurate. So yeah, I did that, and then I got a mail from the school that they've received my application and they're working on it. I think when you get that mail is when you pay like the application fee. You have to pay an application fee of $120 Canadian dollars. So yeah, I sent the money to him, so he paid that, and then I got the email that they've received my application and they are working on it. So a couple of days later, I got another mail from them asking for my transcript, my high school transcript, and my proof of graduation, which is my testimonial. So I sent them to the agent, and then he uploaded them, and yeah, This agent, he told me that the whole process was going to take like 2 weeks, like for them to like give me my admission. So after 2 weeks, I messaged him. I'm like, oh sir, I've not gotten any message from the school. Hope everything is fine. He's like, oh yes, can you come? So they're saying like the third week, I'll be the fourth week. I messaged him again. Was like, oh that I'm stopping him, that he has so many students he's dealing with. Hey. And I thought he was the one that was going to do my visa application. So I would always ask him questions like, oh, sir, I heard about this NSE program. I was just asking questions, just to make sure I'm on track. I asked him about IELTS, all that good stuff. The man was telling me he wouldn't reply. Or he'll tell me that I'm disturbing him, that he has other students that he's attending to. And I'm like, this man cannot do my visa application for me. Number one, he wasn't patient. Like, if he needs something from you, he'll send a long ass VN that he'll just be talking so fast. Like, he wasn't patient. He wasn't even explaining like what and what. So he's a very bad agent. I'm not even going to say his name or his contact or whatever, because so after like 2 or 3 weeks, that was like 12th of January or 10th of January, I'm not too sure, I got a mail saying that they made a decision on my application. Like I should log into my my account and check. So I logged in, and then I saw that they had already given me the admission. So the man has started to send me all these visa forms, and I'm like, hey, don't worry, I don't need it. And before I got the admission, my agent had already messaged me like, oh, his phone was bad and that was why I couldn't get through to him. So I was like, you know what, my agent go just help me with my visa application, because I don't trust this man. Visa is not something that you just that it's just anybody can help you with. You have to like be patient and go through like the whole process very well. So yeah, so when I got my admission and he sent my letter of acceptance and admission letter, all these things, when he sent it to me, I was like, you know what, bye bye, I don't need you anymore, because like the man was not helping me at all. I don't recommend him. He's a very bad agent. So yeah, it was time for visa application. Yeah, so my agents, that's like the new agent and the agent that makes sense, he sent me like a bunch of forms to fill, like application form, schedule form, custodian form. All these forms are available on the IRCC portal. I think you just have to like create an account with them, fill those forms, upload them, and upload your documents. I feel like it's easy. You can do it on your own, but I don't say as a perfectionist, I just wanted like somebody to push me through, because it was the first time I was going to do something like that. So I just felt like, oh, maybe I needed somebody to help me and put me through like the whole process. So if you're like me, you can get an agent. Or I'll put like the contact details of my agent in the description. That's like this new agent that I really trust and has helped like some of my other friends and family. Yeah. So after filling all those forms on the IRCC, like those forms they are compulsory. Like you must fill those forms, because they need those information, like your family information. I think the application form is like your name. I honestly cannot remember all that was in those forms, but like it's just regular information: your name, your date of birth, your father's occupation. The family information you have to fill like how many siblings you have. I think I remember that one. And you have to also submit the passport data pages of your siblings as well as your parents and your own. So it's actually very straightforward, and my agents made everything much easier for me. So after submitting all those forms, I submitted the letter of acceptance from my school. That's like my admission letter, my passport data page, documents of like landed properties, because my daddy was my sponsor, is my sponsor, whatever. So I submitted documents of landed properties. I submitted my daddy's bank statements. I submitted my birth certificate, my testimonial, my work certificate. Like that's like your original work results from work. So I submitted affidavit of support. This affidavit of support, my agent as well just made the whole process easier for me, because all these things I've not done them before now. So she just gave me like a template to fill out my own information and my daddy's information. So we just filled out everything. Yeah, we also submitted a letter of financial explanation and sponsorship. That letter was basically my daddy telling them that, oh, I'm her father, oh, and I'm sending her to school in Canada, and I have funds to pay for her living expenses and her whatever. It's just explaining that, yes, okay, I'm the sponsor and I'm her dad. So, and yeah, I submitted my parents' marriage certificate. I submitted my siblings' data pages. That was for like the family information and stuff, just for them to know that yes, it's authentic. So, and my agent also submitted a study plan for me. The study plan is you basically telling them, is a letter telling IRCC that, okay, I want to come and study in Canada. You convince them like, oh, why are you not staying back in Nigeria to study? Why do you actually want to move to Canada? So you're just convincing the person that is going to the application, like, oh, why do you want to come and study in Canada? But I did not do it by myself. My agent helped me and he sent it to me to read, and it was quite convincing. Like it made sense.
So while editing this video, I realized that I didn't mention that your study plan also has to convince them that after your study, you're going to leave Canada, like you're going to leave their country. So that's why you also have to like submit documents that are connecting you to your home country. Like you have to provide enough documents that will show that, oh, you have something to return to back home. Yeah.
So honestly, I really advise to use an agent. Like if you've not gone through like the whole process before, it's better you have somebody that has done like for people, like to put you through all of it. So yeah. So I submitted after gathering all these documents that I just mentioned. After gathering these documents, I put in my application. Like I submitted my application on the 22nd of February. The next day, I got a mail that there was an update to my application, and they were basically asking me to go for my biometrics. And yeah, so my agent just like told me to print out my biometric instruction letter, the appointment letter, and I should go with my passport. So I went for the biometrics on the 1st of March. I think, yeah, that was the dates he gave me. I went on the 1st of March and I went with all that document. And it took me like less than 2 hours to do all the whole thumbprint, like all this, whatever. Like on that same 1st of March, like after doing my biometrics, on my way home, I got a mail from them asking for my IELTS and my sponsor's mybank statement. Like that mybank statement, instead of submitting like a bunch of papers, like this bank statement, if they ask for 6 months, it can be like 100 and something pages. But instead of doing all of that, you just I think there are different banks and how they do it, so it just depends on your bank. But I'll put the link for the one that really helped me on how to get one from GT Bank Internet Banking. I'll put the link to that video in the description. So yeah, so I just did that, and mind you, I'd already heard about like this whole Nigerian Student Express that because I also watched a lot of as per visa videos, like how to move from Nigeria to Canada. I watched a lot. So I was always hearing like, oh, there's this Nigerian Student Express that they are now doing. Actually, I don't know if they started now, but at that point when I was applying, they had not really started. They were just, asking people for IELTS and my bank statements. So I knew about it and I was kind of expecting the mail too, because they made it known that, if you're applying for a study permit and if you're in Nigeria and you're applying from Nigeria. So I was kind of expecting the mail. So when I got it, I wasn't too surprised. And that made me prepare in advance. So around February, I started IELTS lesson. And yeah, because I was like, you know what, if this is going to make my admission and my visa process fast, as they said, even if it doesn't happen in the 25, because they said that Nigerian State Express, you get your visa in 20 working days, I think. But I was like, even if I don't get it, in case they ask for it, I should be able to submit it, and maybe not, it would help me. But I was willing to write the IELTS, yes, anyways. So around February, I was already taking IELTS lessons, and I was going to write my exam on the 13th of March. So when I got the request letter on the 1st of March, I was still, preparing for my exams, which was on the 13th. So after I wrote the exam, and they give you 30 days to submit both documents back to them. They give you 30 days. So I was already calculating, it's like, okay, if I write my exam on the 13th and you get your result 13 days after, that's how they do, you get your results 13 days after. So if I get my results on the 26th, I'm still within that 30 days of submission. So I'll just quickly collect my results and submit it. So I already had everything planned. So
I also did mention that if you receive this mail from IRCC asking for your IELTS and a mybank statement, you can as well ignore it, and after 30 days they will continue with your application as normal, meaning that it is actually not compulsory to submit both documents.
after writing my exam, I was really happy. I was still shaking. I was praying, because you need a minimum of band 6 in your listening, speaking, writing, and reading. You need a minimum of band 6 in all of them. So, and this was my first time writing IELTS. I was so scared, to be honest. I was just praying, because I was like, God, let me just pass this and let me just submit, so that at least maybe it will help me with my process and everything. So when I wrote my exam, then the 13 days, that 13 days was now looking like 40 days. I was like, God, this 26 should come. Let me see my result. Let me know what I'm doing now. But at the end of the day, the results came out, and I got an 8.5 in listening, and I got a 7.0 in reading, writing, and speaking. Yeah. So I was so happy, and thank God that 26 was on a Friday, and I could collect my results either Monday, Wednesdays, or Fridays. So immediately that Friday, as I saw it, because I saw it Friday morning around 4 a.m. ish. So that morning when I woke up, I was like, no, I'm going there now. When I woke up around 10, I was like, you know what, let me just go and collect my results so I can submit it within this whole 30 days, whatever. So I went there, I collected my results, I scanned it, and I sent it to my agent. And I also did the my bank statements ish from something you can do on the phone or with a laptop. You just log on to your bank's internet banking and go through the whole process. But the video is really helpful for those that are going to use GT Bank and stuff. So yeah. So after submitting those 2 documents, I said to wait again. I had to wait again. So sorry. I had to wait again. Because this waiting is long. Canada visa application actually humble you. You will wait. So on the 24th of April, my mom and my agent were already talking about medicals, that this one they're not asking for medicals. Like, I don't know, maybe we're impatient or whatever, but like we just decided that I was going to do an upfront medical. So an upfront medical is basically like doing a medical before they ask for it. Because normally they're supposed to ask for your medicals, then you now go ahead to like do it. But you also have the option of doing an upfront medical, which was what I did. Because why not? The next date that was available for the medical was 17th of May. You can imagine. So from 24th of April till 17th of May. So I was like, you know what? I'll wait and I'll still do the offer. Nothing can discourage me. I will do it. So my agent helped me with the whole booking of the medicals, and he sent me, after booking for the medical, they'll send you like a PDF, whatever, with the payment details and all that stuff. So I paid 46.5. I don't know if it changes, but I paid 46,500 naira. And after that, I waited till 17th of May. Then that 17th of May, God, that place was full. It was full. So I advise that if you're going for your medicals, you go very early, because that place was full. So I went with my passport and my proof of payments. That's the proof of payments for the medicals. So like I did the whole medicals. The medicals didn't, I won't say it took time, but like it was okay. They just take your urine, they'll do all this X-ray stuff, they ask you if you have tuberculosis. The whole process is organized. It's not like there's everybody trying to rush or do something. It's actually organized. It's just like when you're waiting outside for everybody, that's the part that is very annoying. But yeah, if you get there early, still calm. So after that, like 4 days after, I checked my portal again and I saw that it has been like under the medical part, they're like, oh, you passed the medical exam, blah 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 blah. So I waited again. God, I was already when you're waiting for something now, I was impatient, I'm not going to lie. But like it was worth it at the end of the day. So on the 4th of June, finally, like, because I would always wake up in the midnight and check my phone, just waking up in the midnight like normal. So I'll just check my phone. Oh God, have they sent me a mail? Because I was always expecting mails from this do not reply. Anytime I see do not reply, like my body will start shaking. They do not reply, let me check. So so I got a mail and they asked me to check my application. Hey, and this one I knew that it was either rejection or what, or good news. Hey, God, I was so scared. I'm not going to lie. Then that morning I checked and I saw your application has been approved. See, my joy knew no bounds. I can't even lie, but I was so happy that everything and all the money, all the sacrifice did not waste. But yeah, so that's how I got my PPR that day. And no, it was not immediately. It was like, because I got my PPR on a Friday. Yeah, I got my PPR is passport request. I got it on a Friday. Then I went to UPS on Monday to submit my passport. So when you submit your passport, you have to submit it with the correspondence letter or whatever. Yeah, the letter they shall told you that okay, your application has been approved and you have to get that letter. So I put that in my passport in an envelope. I submitted it. I gave it to UPS and I paid like 3,000 naira or so. Yeah, for them to take it to VFS and for them to bring it back to me. So yeah, and after that, I think I submitted on the 7th, and on the 22nd I got my passport back. Like it didn't really take time, it just took like 2 weeks or so. It took like 2 weeks. And yeah, that was how I got my PPR and my fam. And then I don't know, you guys have seen from that my pre-travel vlog when I got my passport back and I opened it. And if you have not watched that video, you can just check it out, my pre-travel vlog. So yeah, let me give you guys a quick backstory. Like, I want to gist you guys. So when I was waiting for my application, because my application literally took like about 4 months if we're looking at it, from 22nd of February to 22nd of March, that's 1 month, 22nd of March to 22nd of April, 2 months, 22nd of April to 22nd of May, 3 months, 22nd of May to 4th of June. Okay, it took like 3 months. Wow, are you for real? That was quite short. Are you sure? March, April, May. Wow, 3 months. Sorry, I'm surprised. But yeah, so while I was, doing all that waiting and stuff, like I was in 2nd year of Unilag, so I was supposed to be writing exams while I was writing my IELTS exam, and I wanted to focus on my IELTS because I'm just writing this exam for the first time and I really need that. Like, I really wanted to pass the exam because I just thought that, oh, okay, if I was able to submit those documents, they will consider me much better. So I don't know where this spirit entered me, because when you're not sure of what you're doing, like, I don't even know what was wrong with me. I was not supposed to abandon Unilag and just focus on Canada because I wasn't so sure at that point. I was just, doing like, okay, let me just do. So I was supposed to be doing both of them together, according to my mom, Isha. I was supposed to be doing both of them together. Then when this Canada one works out, I can now abandon like Unilag and their exam and whatever. But I don't know where this spirit entered me. And this my friend that was always encouraging me, you don't need it. Hannah, I'm looking at you. Yes, because I know you watched this video. She would always tell me that, oh, you don't need it. Yeah, don't worry, your application will be approved. As if she's the one that is in charge of my application. She would tell me that she was giving me ginger, like all the ginger that I needed not to write that exam. She gave it to me. Like, so I didn't write the exam. When my mommy found out, she was so angry. Like, why would I do such a thing? It was when she was shouting at me, and I started realizing that, how would I actually do such a thing? Like, what if they reject, God forbid, what if they rejected my application? Like, that means I'm school, like I won't have like direction. So I was just really, really happy that they approved my application. Like, but that period of me waiting and knowing that, okay, there's no way for me in lag, and this is my only hope. Like, I was so scared. Please, if you're in that position, don't do it. Don't do what I did. Focus on both. try and focus on both. But yeah, my IELTS whatever is another story on its own. But to be honest, IELTS is not hard because I watched a couple of YouTube videos. Me and YouTube were like this, like doing all that process and everything, but it really helped me, if I'm being honest. So yeah, anything you want, anything you need in this life, just check YouTube, you'll find it. Yes. So yeah, that's a little backstory that happened. And yeah, sorry, I forgot something. So before my PPR, like the week before my PPR was when Unilag resumed physically. So my mom was like, I have to resume school. I have to go to Unilag. I have to continue because at the beginning, I cannot just be staying at home, blah, blah. She was really angry that I didn't write the exam. So when I now got to Unilag, like that week, that ending of what's it called? Ending of April. No, ending of May rather. Ending of May to beginning of June when I got my PPR was the period when Unilag resumed physically. So my mom was like, I have to resume. So I went to school. I was staying with this my friend that was giving me ginger, and we would always talk about how good I'm scared, like I didn't write the exam, blah blah blah. It was terrible. Like, just imagine that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, when I now got to my PPR, mom was not telling me, oh yeah, be coming home, be coming home. And I'm like, who is coming home? I want to play. But at the end of the day, she was not forcing me to come. She asked me, "Mommy, but you were shouting on me when that? Why did I write that?" I was like, "Imposter, you don't have to do things like that," which is actually true. But yeah, that's my whole story. So my process was quite easy because I used an agent. I'm not going to lie, and my agent was really patient. Like this, my agent was really patient, and he would tell me what to do and how to do it, and he helped me with like everything actually. And I paid less than 100,000 like for the whole process, so it was really reasonable. And I'll put his contact. I've given some of you guys that have asked in my DMs, I've given you his number, but I'll also put his number and his Instagram page in the description. So yeah, I hope I didn't even like ramble too much in this video and you guys understand like the whole process, my process. Because to be honest, everybody's story is usually different. Like everybody's visa story is different. So this my story will just serve as like a guide, as a guide to how to like do it, or if you're already in the process, just for you to, because I can imagine when I was also when I was applying, I would always watch videos just to cool my body, like just I'll feel better once I watch a video about how they move. So I'll be like, okay, did I do this, did I not do this? So I actually understand for those of you that have been asking. And yeah, that's basically it for my admission and my visa processing. So if you have any more questions, you can drop them in the comment section and I'll be glad to answer. And I'll also put my timeline, like my whole timeline, my application timeline. I'll put it on the screen somewhere here. And yeah, what else do I need to put? Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope I did not ramble too much. Any question you have, like if you don't understand what I was saying, or any questions you just have, you can drop it in the comments as I said earlier, and I'll be glad to answer. So if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. I love you guys so much. Thank you for always watching my videos and thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. I'll start speaking Spanish. Like I was recording and it was like my camera was in the front and I was at the back, if that makes sense. And I was not recording. I was not recording myself. God, I'm so pleased. But we will shout. I think I've already finished the video. Madam will go pay me past.